Hello guys, welcome to our channel. Let's discuss the naughty things Elagabalus ever did. The devotee of the Syrian god he was named for, Elagabalus brought the deity's cult to Rome and tried to make it the main religion of the empire. He wasn't above physical aggression either. Emperor Elagabalus stories have him harming unsuspecting guests while they dined on bizarre Roman cuisine and even depict him as making human sacrifices. But he got the most attention for his private life. Elagabalus had multiple wives as well as a husband, and some reports suggest he was transsexual and enjoyed dressing up in traditional female garb. If that wasn't intriguing enough, consider this: Elagabalus was only 14 when he became emperor, but the good times didn't last. At the age of 18, the young emperor was slain by his own soldiers. He had 5 wives and 1 husband. Elagabalus married 5 women while he was emperor. Historians only know the names of 3 of the women, but perhaps the most famous was Aquilia Severa. According to Historia Augusta, she was a Vestal virgin, sworn to chastity and the worship of the goddess Vesta. That didn't deter Elagabalus. He violated her vows and married her, declaring that their union would produce godlike children. Rumor had it that Elagabalus also married a man. His identity has been disputed by scholars, but it was likely one of Elagabalus's favorites. Either the athlete Zodicus or the chariot driver Hierocles. Apparently, Elagabalus liked to get caught committing adultery by his husband. He opened the royal baths to attract well-endowed men. It would have been blasphemous for an emperor to bathe in public, let alone with the public. But Elagabalus didn't care. He opened the palace baths and the baths of Plotinus to the general populace, but he had an ulterior motive. By this means he might get a supply of men with unusually large organs. He pranked people by sixing animals on them. Elagabalus collected a ton of snakes and proceeded to let them loose in a crowd when the populace usually assembled for the more frequented games, causing people to be harmed by their fangs, as well as in the general panic. Even the streets weren't safe. Elagabalus also had a habit of riding chariots driven by exotic animals like camels or elephants. He enjoyed dressing as a woman. Elagabalus reportedly often dressed as a woman. He clad himself as the goddess Venus, wearing a crown and makeup. He also bathed with women and removed his body and facial hair, just as they did. His decadent dress and expensive habits also feminized him in the eyes of Roman chroniclers. Perhaps, as some have suggested, Elagabalus would have identified as transgender in modern times. He tied guests to a water wheel. Historia Augusta recorded one of Elagabalus's least charming supposed habits, physically harming his guests. He reportedly strapped them to a water wheel and would plunge them into the water and then bring them back to the surface again, calling them meanwhile river Ictions. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe.